This segment is brought to you by Central National Bank. Put our ag professionals to work for you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Ignacio Ciampitti, Cropping System Crop Production Specialist, K-State Department of Agronomy. Today we are in our last Kansas Corn School. So these were a series of 2 schools that we just put together with the Kansas Corn Commission and DuPont Pioneers, one of our main sponsors. The goal of the schools was trying to summarize some of the information that we have today about corn practices, economics, weed control, and then also fertilization for providing this information to farmers. One of the first points and main things that I would like to talk to you today is about limiting factors and what are the main limiting factors in corn. The idea of my presentation on the schools was basically trying to touch base on at least a couple of factors and show how, for example, a planting date, plant population, row spacing, plant density, crop rotation, tillage, soil fertility, nutrient management, and water use are main limiting factors. And I will try to touch base briefly in some of them. The goal is just to show how complex corn production can be, and how when we are trying to maximize yields, we need to make sure that we are playing and taking a balance of all the approaches, all factors into consideration. First one is what I would like to start is about crop rotations and tillage. And sometimes we tend to minimize the inputs and the weight of those 2 factors. But we have very good information showing that the crop rotation, trying to get not continuous corn, but trying to get some rotation corn, soybean, is really helping maximizing corn yields with the idea and the goal of a better weed control, and the idea of the goal of much better, for example, less disease pressure. So, and the idea of also having not so much residue that is impeding plant emergence and uniformity in corn. And why I would like to talk also about uniformity in corn. When you take a look to corn as compared with sorghum and soybeans, corn is a very unique one. Each individual plant, it really produces yields. So if we are missing one plant, we don't have any ability for the plant to branch, as in soybeans, or to tiller, as in sorghum. So anytime that we are missing one plant from the beginning of the season, we will be missing yields. So the idea of having a good control of a plant density, how many plants and the plants to be equal distance, plant depth, how we are controlling the optimum planting depth, and then also row spacing. Those are maybe the 3 main factors when you are thinking about planting management. And I'm always trying to emphasize, when you are thinking about planting management, we are deciding the planting date. If we are trying to maximize yield, planting corn as early as possible. And the question is how early you can go. And main 2 factors that we need to define there are soil temperature. We need to go at least with 55, 60 degrees in the soil, at least at the 4-inch. And also make sure that you are not going too early, just to not to be impose the corn with a late freeze damage. Those are the main 2 factors of the planting day decisions. Most of the times here in Northeast Kansas, we are seeing planting dates that they are trying to move a little bit earlier. We are trying to go even by the first week of April 10th in some areas. So stay here with us. After the break, we will be talking about seeding rates, nutrients, and water, and how these factors are affecting corn production.
Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture, represents grassroots agriculture. The state's largest and most powerful farm organization stands up for its members through leadership development, agriculture education, legal defense, environmental advocacy, farm safety, and risk management. Members also enjoy money-saving benefits. To join our organization today or to learn more, go to www.kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.